All right, here we go. Behind the scenes, one of the things I enjoy, what I really admire is having these type of conversations where I get to dip into your brain, I get to learn from you, and then take a lesson and then apply it in my life. And anybody that shows up on time, anyone that's eavesdropping, for all those folks that love to tune in and be behind the scenes, one of my favorite questions to ask, and I'm here with Quinn Conyers and Debbie Allen, and I'll go with you first, Debbie Allen, and then you, Quinn Conyers, is what book are you reading now? What's a lesson that you've learned from the book that you can share with me? And of course, anybody who's eavesdropping right now on our conversation.
Well, I've got this book sitting next to me right here, The Hero Factor by Jeffrey Hazlitt, and he's one of my mentors, and I'm part of the C-suite, and he's my mentor because he helped me really get my book launched. And talk about a hero. He's a hero to a lot of people. And what I love about this, I just went to his hero club the other night and met some amazing people. I mean, these are people that are leaders that are making a massive difference in the world. And one of the people that I met that was part of this story is, just leaders that have just are visionaries. And I met the person who founded Make-A-Wish. And they just made a movie about him, Frank. I'm trying to remember his last name right now, but the Wish Man is the name of the movie. And so they're not only leaders that were visionaries, they became heroes to the world and just made a massive difference. So I love the hero factor and what it's done and how Jeffrey just made a new light on leadership in the world.
I love it. A new light on leadership. Thanks a lot for sharing that lesson. I love that. Now, Quinn Conyers, all the way in Baltimore. Now, we're going all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. That's where Debbie Allen is. Flying back here on the East Coast to none other than Quinn Conyers. What's up, Quinn Conyers?
What's going on? I'm so excited to be here and join both of you. So, yes, I'm excited.
Well, I'm super excited. So, you heard the question. I know you've been thinking, what book have you read recently? What's a lesson from the book that we can take away that we can apply, Shay Brown, in his life or anybody that is listening right now?
Well, absolutely. Definitely, if you not have gotten your copy yet, this is called Speak Up, The Ultimate Guide to Dominating in the Speaking Industry. And I love this book because if you're a speaker or you're someone who uses your voice in business, it really is a compilation of various chapters on how you want to get your voice or your message in the world. So if you want to get your message out in the world using webinars, there's a chapter for you. If you want to get your voice out there using live events, there's a chapter for you. If you just want more visibility, period, and you want to become a disruptor or dominate in your industry, there is a chapter for you. So Speak Up, The Ultimate Guide to Dominating in the Speaking Industry is a must-have for your library in 2019 as well as 2020.
I love that. Speak up. There's something there for you. Now, as folks are tuning in and listening right now, I like to always ask what the backstory is. Now, I'm going to get an opportunity. I know we're going to go dive deep, and I'm going to get a chance to kind of chat with each of you, by the way. And as folks are joining, like Tanisha Ramsey's on, hey, welcome aboard. Nicole Brown Hurston. Nicole, is always a pleasure. Andrea Stuckley, who's out there, by the way, in Richmond, Virginia, is on. Thanks so much for joining. And all of you who are joining in, you're behind the scenes right now. I'm going to ask that magic question if I can. I'll start first with you, Quinn Conyers, and then I'll come right over you, Debbie Allen. This is just for you and I, okay? Don't worry about all those folks that are tuning in and listening. Calvin, don't listen right now. Give me the 2 minute. Let me get my watch like back in the day in Toastmasters. The 2 minute version of your backstory, where you started and how you got to where you are now. Now, I know 2 minutes. We're going to expand on that. I know we're going to go into detail, but just give me the 2 minute version real quick, and then we got to get going. We've got a show for all y'all are joining. Welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. You get a sneak preview. They're telling me to shake, wrap it up. But no, I want to hear Quinn Conyers' story, and by dog, unless they fire me, Debbie Allen, I want to hear your story. So, all right, Quinn, talk to me. What's your backstory? What's the narrative?
It's crazy because I've always had a love affair for speaking and presenting to people. And I say that speaking was always my first love. And then I met entrepreneurship. And then I began to kind of cheat on speaking with entrepreneurship. And then finally, in this earlier year, I said, you know what? Speaking, entrepreneurship, we need to have a conversation. It's time for us to be a throuple. I am tired of going back and forth. So this was the year that I truly made speaking a number one priority. But it crept back up into my entrepreneurship life. I'm the proud chief fashion officer of the Purse Paparazzi. And like many other entrepreneurs, I needed funding to grow my business. And I knew that going to a traditional bank wasn't in the cards for me. So I literally started to enter and win business pitch competitions. And if you're not familiar with the business pitch competition, but you give your best 30, 60, or 90-second elevator pitch, and whoever has the best one, you get funding for your business. Well, I started to enter them and I started to win. And something really particular started to happen. People would come up to me after these pitch competitions and they would literally say, Quinn, no disrespect, I'm not interested in purses, but can you teach me how to do that? And for years, I didn't understand what that was, but it was my ability to be clear, concise, and compelling when communicating and talking about my business. So then I began to really pick up speaking again and really made it my mission and my charge to show other entrepreneurs how to use speaking in their business as a lead generation, a funding source, and a marketing strategy.
Which is what we're going to be talking about this evening. I understand when you're talking about turn conversations to cash. We're going to get into that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started in the moment you're here, but I'm going over to Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen, 2 minutes. Give us the narrative, the backstory, and then it's showtime. You got to break down success is easy, how to discover what's actually easy to succeed than it is to fail. I can't wait to hear how that's true, by the way. I was curious about that. D. Bowden, I know you were curious. Danny, what's up? I know you was curious. He's from West Virginia. Nancy, what's going on? Hobbs, she's out there watching. For all of you tuning in, you're behind the scenes. This is the show of shows. All right, Debbie, give it to me. Talk to me.
Okay, so entrepreneurial journey. I was born an entrepreneur, really. I was almost 19 years old. I was a terrible student, so I had to be an entrepreneur, way too feisty to go out and get a job. Been one all my life. And just followed that journey and built many different businesses. Started out with a family business, car rental business, mini storage business. Then I bought my mom's clothing store, knew nothing about these businesses, but I learned along the way, built those businesses into multi-million-dollar businesses, sold them. Then I wanted to help other people be successful in retail, and that's when I started my speaking career 25 years ago to save small independent retailers from the Jurassic Park of retail. And that's when I just wanted to, I would go to these shows and there was no seminars. And so I said, why are there no seminars? And so I didn't even know there was such a business as speaking 25 years ago. And that's how I launched it. And I did my first speech for free. And then I said, when I fill the room, standing room only, then you'll pay me the rest and you'll refer me. And that's how I launched my career. And
wow. Well, I tell you what, we're going to learn today why it's easier to fail. I mean, it's easier to fail than it is to succeed. I can't wait. And then we're going to hear from Quinn Conyers. Look, it's like money time. Turning your conversation into ching, ching. Someone say ching, ching. For all those who are joining, like Orlando Dixon, thanks for joining, by the way. Deanna Nance says, hey, Shay. Hey, Lady Constance, thanks for joining. G.J. Hunter, always a pleasure. Look, I got to get going, but as I get going, do me a favor. We're going to start. Look right below the video. And if you've got a book, put the name of your book. If you've got a lesson to share, put what you want to share. Look right below the video. This is an opportunity for you to promote yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. We want to hear from the entire Happy Entrepreneur tribe. So, Shay, what do you ask me to write down? Look right below the video, put your first name, put your last name, and then tell us what you do. How do you help people today? So, Shay, how do I do that? When we get started, you look right below the video, put your first name, put your last name, and put, I help people transform their lives, or I help people speak in their business, or I help moms do what they need to do. How do you make a difference in the world? I want you to connect with other entrepreneurs that are out there. Look right below the video. We'll be back in just a moment because they're saying, Shay, we got to get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, showtime!
Go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or be killed and eaten. Also, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. You've heard it before. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? You better be running. That's right. You better be running. Life is about meaning, and meaning is about service. Isn't that the reason why we're all here? Isn't that what we're all searching for? 2013, the Peak Performance Institute was created. 5,000 clients who we've helped turn their idea into a reality, their reality into a business, their business into a movement, impacting 5.7 million lives around the world. Imagine that! My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And as we always say, our mission at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, our mission is to inspire, empower, and provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And our mantra, I love our belief. Everyone should have a belief statement. Our belief is the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. With that being said, let's get started. Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur and the host of the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country, the Happy Entrepreneur Show. And I'm super excited. We get a double treat. We get a pleasure to not only have a conversation, but to pick the brain and hear the golden nuggets from the one and only, none other than Quinn Conyers. And she'll be talking about tonight turning conversations ching ching into cash. Can't wait. And then all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. So we go from Baltimore, Maryland, over to Phoenix, Arizona. We'll be speaking to none other than the one and only Debbie Allen. Success is easy. Is that true? We'll find out. Discover why it's actually easier to succeed than it is to fail. Will someone please tell me that? I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait. And that's the conversation we're going to have. So for everyone that's joining right now, and I see you out there, John C. Butler. I see you out there, Danny. I see you out there, Eric Watson. Nicole, I see you. We want to recognize you, this entrepreneurs, for every one of you out there. Here's how you can participate. You can see Debbie, and you can see Quinn. You can even hear Quinn, and you can hear Debbie, but they can't see you. So as we get started, I'm going to have a conversation with Debbie, but here's how I want you to participate. Do like Danny has done. Do like Nicole's done. What's up to my good frat brother, Eric Watson? Do like they've done. Take a moment and connect with other happy entrepreneurs across this globe. How do you do that? So Debbie can see you. She's watching online. So Quinn can see you. She's watching. Look right below the video and write these words. I help businesses ... or I help people ... And then after you tell us how you serve in the world, also share your website. You have my permission today. I know it's a shameless plug, but share your website. And I'm going to ask Debbie first and then Quinn Connors first. Why is it important for people to share what they do? Why is it important for them to take a moment and talk about how they help people? Why? So Debbie, for someone like Danny, for D. Bold, who put down, I help companies recover old and owed invoices for services already provided. She helps them collect the money. Or someone like Nicole Brown Hurston, who put, I help people soar with help, hope, and healing. And she put her website, www.soaringwiththehopehealing St. Louis. Or someone like Deanna Nance, who put, I help agencies and organizations shift their culture through their global training courses. Why should someone like Deborah Gardner, what's up, Deborah Gardner out in Phoenix, why should they take a moment to share what they do and how they serve in the world? Quinn, to you first, and then over to you, Debbie.
So great question. And I'm going to talk about this when we get into my segment. But a good reason why to share what you do and how you serve is because there's someone who is waiting for you to show up in the world, because you have what they need. So by you listening to direction and following what Shay is saying, that person could be looking for what you have to offer. And there you go. You get it on a Tuesday night, just because you follow direction. So it's good to share what you do. Now, I probably would use a different word than help, but we'll talk about that on my segment after Debbie goes.
Okay, I love it. A turning conversation to cash. Okay, can't wait. Brian J. O's, what's up, my man? He's out there. Nancy Default Hobbs says, I help people as I volunteer there at the local hospital. Thanks so much for what you do. All right, Debbie, talk to me. Why should folks take a moment to share how they serve in the world, and why should they connect and collaborate with other people?
Well, it's all about the value and the outcomes, the benefits, values, and outcomes that you offer. You know, people don't really care about the process as much as the outcome. What is it going to be like when you finish working with me? Like when you help me overcome an obstacle, for example, that kind of thing. What is it going to be like at the end result? That's why it's always good to think of the end result. And I always like, part of what I'm going to talk about in my book is you got to be a little shameless too. You got to be putting yourself out there and telling people about what you do. And when you are shameless, I say it's an art form. You got to say it in a way that comes from a place of service. You connect your head and your heart together, and you come from a place of service. Because if you aren't tooting your own horn, nobody's going to toot it for you. So you got to tell people what you do, but in a place of service. And that's very artful.
I love what y'all are saying. I love what you're doing. Now, we're going to get into a deep conversation, but I want you both to take 60 seconds. And for the person that's fearful that they may say the wrong thing, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not quite ready for this, and they're on the fence, and they're like, do I type something? I've never done it. Quinn, first what would you say to that person to overcome their fears and take that step? And then over to you, Debbie. And then once we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to dive deep. She said shameless. We're about to dive deep with both of these individuals, and I promise you this will be a good use of your time. All right, before you do that, let me go ahead and recognize a number of folks that are out there just real quick if I can, because this is what it's all about. Brian J. O says, I help speakers connect with the audience they are called to serve. Love it. Deborah Gardner says, I help people accelerate in the fast lane to win. www.deborahgardner.com. That's right. Follow instructions. Brian, don't forget to put your website down. Can't get to all of y'all. Tanisha Ramsey Lane says, I help mompreneurs build business confidence. Thanks a lot, by the way. Put your website down, by the way. Diane Nancy put her website. Thanks. Helen Singleton is watching. Youth Resources is watching. Dwayne Reynolds is watching. Coach Claire is in the house. Tell us what you do. Stephanie Marshall said, I inspire people to build their own table instead of waiting for a seat at the table. Look, don't forget to put your website, because how they going to connect with you? All right, Debbie, you got 60 seconds. What do you say to that person that's fearful? They're on the fence. Should they participate or should they not? What do you say to them?
Get over yourself, right? You only live once. You're not going to die, right? You're going to help. You got to make a difference in the world. I say speak up, speak loud, speak your mind, make a difference in the world. And that's when you get noticed. That's when you make a difference. And so you just got to go for it. And that's about really shaking things up. And when you shake things up, things start changing for you. People start noticing you. You don't have to be everybody's friend. Not everybody's got to like you, but you got to shake things up a little bit to get attention and to get more success in this world. Because if you just play soft and nice and wait for people to notice you, you're just not going to get the kind of success that you deserve. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that you play hard and you're in it. I love it. I love it. I love it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come right back. I see you out there, all of you. Hey, Markeith Johnson. We're going to come back. We come back. We're starting off with Debbie Allen. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. And then we're going right over to Quinn Conyers. It's going to be bananas. We'll be back in just a moment. But first, we're going over to the one and the only Dr. Kenneth Thapin down in Raleigh, North Carolina. She says, you know what, Shay? You got to get in position. And that's what these ladies are going to be talking about in just a moment. We'll be back in just.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thapin, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you #NextSisterUp. I'm with you in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, and today is my January 1st. Here's your thought of the week. Get in position. Are you in position? Maybe you watched a sport, maybe you've played a sport, or maybe you know something a little bit about sports. Either way, in sports, you must get in position. Whether it's a team sport or individual sport, football, baseball, cheerleading, dance, tennis, or golf, you get in position based upon a plan that's been put in place. From that plan, you want to make progress with the ultimate goal of scoring and winning. It's the same thing in life and in business. You want to position yourself based upon your vision. You want to set goals for yourself, make strides towards that with the ultimate goal of making an impact for those that you are intended to serve. Keep these 3 things in mind. when you're getting in position. One, position your mind. How do you see yourself? How you see yourself is how other people will see you. What you think about yourself is how you will do everything in life. Second, position your actions. Are your actions in alignment with your missions, your values, and your beliefs? Are you getting the results that you want based upon the actions that you are taking? And lastly, position yourself to learn. If you're living, you should be learning. Every great teacher is also a great student. And so I challenge you, every day that you come home, think about what's one thing that I learned today. So, are you in position? My name's Dr. K. Make it a great day.
Only, can you guys hear me? Oh, good. The one and the only. We're coming right now to Debbie Allen. Quinn, we'll be talking about turning cash into conversation. We'll be with you in just a moment. Looking forward to connecting with you in just a second, so stay tuned. And now I'm going over to Debbie Allen. What's up, Debbie Allen?
We are here in the house.
In
Late
the
night.
house. Now, I'm doing a sneak preview. They can't see me, but we can see you. What is that success is easy? What I mean, we're going to get into who you are. They can go to debbieallen.com. They'll see how famous you are, how great. But I'm trying to sneak behind your shoulder there because you must have cleverly put that behind you. And it says success is easy. Now, don't worry. I'm going to get into your book. I know that when you were raised, you were taught to believe that success is challenging and it's hard. And it can be a huge disappointment to grow up and finally realize that what you've been taught about achieving success was bad advice. Now, we're going to talk about what you mean by that. But first, what is that behind you? Is that a real book?
Yes, the new baby just arrived today, the pre-publication. I am so super excited. So I'm holding my new baby today. So it actually gets launched November 12th, but pre-publication.
Oh, so you mean to tell me that this is like the first time that we're showing it at this time, at this hour, on this day? We got our first exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, your peeps get to see the first baby. Yes, this is it. This is so exciting. It is so gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And behind me, as you see, that is actually the cover. Oh, this is actually the cover of Entrepreneur Magazine. So I'm featured in Entrepreneur Magazine this month. So not too shabby. Get it there.
Yeah.
So Middle Magazine, full page feature, because my publisher is Entrepreneur. So I got a really great deal with them. So part of the deal, full page feature when the book comes out.
Oh man, that is like super amazing, cool. Let me ask the question while you're putting that back, because I know you can do two things at one time. You know, you talk about in your book that success can be challenging, and you talk about that we've been raised to believe that, you know, success is really hard, but you said that's bad advice. There's a reverse to that. Tell us what you meant by that, please.
Well, right. Can you imagine, you know, that belief system being instilled in your mind your entire life, and that you believe that there's just going to be obstacles before they even appear for you. And really, I believe that we've been lied to our entire lives. And I'm the perfect proof of this, because, you know, I'm this scrappy little entrepreneur that really started everything with very little knowledge, very little money to invest in something. Almost every single business I started, little amount of money, little amount of know-how, and I was able to succeed every single time. And there's a couple secrets to that. One is the determination that you're never going to give up no matter what. Mm-hmm. And the other is finding people who are already successfully doing it, and make those your mentors. You know, even before I called them mentors, they were just successful people already doing it, and say, hey, I want to be like you. And then, you know, pick their brain, find out how you can hang out with them, and then implement everything that they tell you like a crazy person. And that's what I did from a very young age. I wasn't smarter than anybody else, but I was smart enough to follow successful people.
So you said step number one was what? What did you just say? I want to make sure I heard you correctly.
The second one was follow successful people. They became my mentors.
What was number one? I forgot number one again.
What was it? late nights.
You said something about number one. I meant to write it down, but tell us number two then. What was number two?
Oh, that's crazy. It could drive me crazy now. What was number one? Oh my gosh.
I heard it, but I want people to write it down because as you're out there, Rhonda, who's watching.
Number one was, I know. Number one was never give up. I mean, go into something saying.
Right. So number one is never give up. Everyone is out there watching right now. Do me a favor.
There's no option that it's not going to work. You know how people will say, well, if this doesn't work, I can always go back to my day job or whatever. Right. That's just buying yourself out. Like, no, I've always gone into something like, there's no way it's not going to work. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make it work. And I think that's an attitude. So success is an attitude, even more than a belief. I mean, we got to get past the belief that we can do it. And then we got to have the attitude that we can do it. And then we got to follow really successful people. I mean, that's really the three things that is the model that's really helped me be successful.
No, I love it. And here's what I want everyone to do. Everyone is watching right now. Everyone is listening. Do me a favor. I want you to look right below the video. And write these words. # never give up. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. And put # never give up. That's just one of the steps. That's one of the secrets. We're going to get into a little more. But just put # never give up. And when someone writes those words, I want you to hit the heart button now. Hit the like button. I want you to encourage them because maybe they started their business and they failed and they're around the second time. Maybe they're like me. They're around their third or fourth time. But here's the message I just heard. Never give up. Now, I'm hearing you say never give up. I'm hearing you talk about that success is really easy and it's different. What I'm curious about is how do people really define their own success? Is that important? And how do you really define success? And as you're doing that, by the way, Stephanie Marshall said it was model success. That's what you put down, by the way. Debbie Gardner, hey, you got Debbie Gardner. She's out to participate. Said # never give up. How true is that? Tanisha Ramsey Lane said # never give up. Someone hit the like button when they say that. Brian J. O says # never give up. Tanya Pickett says # never give up. Nicole Brown Herson said # never give up. You got to keep on going no matter what. But here's the question. How do you define success, Debbie? Break that down for us, please.
Well, first of all, we are starting a movement. And I love that. Your motivation, you can stick together. Shay, you're doing that. The thing is defining success is a really important thing because, if you don't define your own success and you allow somebody else to define success for you, saying you need to reach this level of success and that's when you're going to feel successful. Well, I think that I did that early on, and that makes you become a workaholic. That makes you become someone that's like, it never feels like you've achieved enough and you keep pushing. And I've been there, right? And so we need to define what success is for us. And that changes at different times in our lives. So when I was writing this book, I was just interviewing everybody that I could speak to. What does success mean to you? And it was different for every single person, and it changes. And it's a question that most of us don't ask ourselves. And so how do you know you're going to get there if you haven't defined it, right? And so once you define it and you know you've achieved it, then you can feel this really great energy, because the thing about success is it gives you this fabulous feeling of energy. Yes, I've achieved it, and it's this wonderful feeling that makes us want to go out and get more of it. It's not necessarily the money and the rewards that we get. It's this wonderful feeling of achievement. And then we go and we set another benchmark and we get more of it. And that's the excitement of what success does for a true entrepreneur.
Right. But as people are listening, the one question they may have in their mind as they're listening right now. What's up, Bridget Hill? We see you out there. She says, # never give up. She said, don't forget her. We didn't forget you, by the way. We see you out there. What does success look like? Well, let's say we were inside of Debbie Allen's brain right now, and you've been doing this now for 25 years. You've seen a lot of things come, you've seen them go, you've seen changes, and certainly as you coach and mentor other folks, when they ask you the question and says, "Hey, Debbie, what does success look like for you?" Because they don't know what it looks like for them. They get it. They want to get a house, get that. Want to get a car, understand that. Want to get married, I get that. But when you say the word success, let's go inside Debbie Allen's brain. And Debbie, take a moment and says, what does success look like for Debbie Allen? And what does it mean for Debbie Allen?
Right. Things never come to my mind at all when you ask me that question. It's financial freedom is there, but the freedom to have choices to say yes and no to what I want to do, because the financial freedom is there so that I can say yes and no to the clients that I want, to the podcast that I want. So I get to say yes to Shay tonight and have fun hanging out with you because I have choices. And when I am in a situation in my business, it doesn't matter if I'm making a lot of money in it. If it's not fun anymore, Shay, I'm not going to do it. I will reinvent myself and change my business model up, because I believe if it's not fun, it's like it needs to be shifted. And I will shift my business every time, because that to me is a definition of success, is that fun, it means I need to be challenged. I need to be doing something that is new and exciting, and something that I can say yes and no to, that fits my lifestyle. And so it's all of those things that make it easy. It really fits my lifestyle, and it's fun and it's challenging too. It's not when I just say easy, doesn't mean totally laid back. I'm challenged too. So that makes it fun. So it's fun and easy.
I like that, fun and easy. Now, can I just be disruptive for a moment? Because you were disruptive in the book, okay? From summaries I've seen, you were just totally disruptive. And some of y'all might want to close your ears when I say this. Y'all might just act like y'all aren't here. In fact, if you're out there right now, do me a favor. Look right below the video. And just write these words. Just put, I am amazing, right? I want you just to do that. Just look right below the video. And just write the words, I am amazing. So right now, we're going to make this declaration that you are already successful. You're a winner. You're a champion. You showed up. And only champions are watching right now. Only winners are watching. Only champions try every single day. So what I want you to do, Stephanie Marshall, what's up, Jimmy, May? Thanks for joining. First time I met you. Thanks for joining. I want you to look right below the video and put, I am a what? I am amazing. And you're an incredible human being. And why do I want you to write that? And when someone writes those words, like all the digital note takers to take a moment to write down, I am amazing. Now, if you listen to the podcast, you can't do that. If you listen to a conference call, you can't do that, but you can listen. After you do that, hit the share button. Because I asked Debbie, is it okay if we pay this message forward? She said, yeah. Quinn Conyers said, sure. So hit the share button, and you can share this with your network, because I'm about to get disruptive. And, well, I want you to know first you're amazing. I want to apologize in advance, but it's okay, because in the book, she says something that's really crazy. I shouldn't say it's crazy. That's probably not the right word.
Yeah, probably was. It's
okay,
good, though.
She says success is actually easier than failure. Now, if that isn't disruptive, I don't know what in the LL Cool J is, right? Like, someone have to shut the front door right now because I'm thinking success is easier than failure. Then I must have been successful 1,000 times in my life. So you're going to have to, how can I say this, Debbie, without being disrespectful? You have to explain this, okay? You have to take some time and break this thing down. The success is easier than failure. And I heard that. I had a hard time buying that. I was like, maybe she's doing this for sales. For those folks out there listening, pay attention right now. Just to let you know, by the way, Nadine Haley is out there. She says she's listening right now. Jocelyn T. Hood is watching. Thanks a lot. Nancy Bilt Hobbs says, I am amazing. Yes, you are. Tanisha put, I am amazing. Yes, you are. Tanya Pickett put, I am amazing. Yes, you are. For every single one of you right now, you are amazing. I believe it, and Debbie believes it. All right, Debbie, break this thing down for us. Success is easier than failure? Come on. Really?
It is. You are all amazing, and that's why success is easier. I mean, I'm sitting in my office right now surrounded by success books. I go to events surrounded by successful people. I surround myself in an inner circle with successful people. We have choices in our lives to surround ourselves with successful people, positive people, or we have choices to surround ourselves with negative people and losers, okay? So you have the choice. And so you got to get out of your own way if you're hanging around with losers, broke people. And so, if you were in a situation where times were bad, you got to look at yourself and say, was I focused on the failure more than I was focused on the success opportunities? Because, see, successful people, they just see opportunities. And it's not that they have more opportunities than people that aren't successful. It's just they have a way of seeing opportunities. They look at things and they have a way of looking at them and going, hey, let me move that. Let me shift that. Let me look at this opportunity. Or, you know what? That's a kind of a waste of time. Let me go over here. They're very strategic. So it's a way of looking at things when you learn how to be successful. But even when you're just learning how to be successful, you just have all the opportunity in the world to open up the internet and study anything you want on the internet. Watch YouTube videos, watch motivational videos. You have more opportunities to be successful, to be positive in this world than to have negativity and failures in your life. Failures are just put there to teach you lessons. And most failures are just little bumps in the road. And if you look at them and you go, what lesson did I learn from that? Usually they're good things. Usually some of my biggest failures moved me in a direction to shift my career dramatically that made me 3 times more money than I would have made if I stayed the same path because it was safe and it was just going easy, right? It was just seemed easy, but it wasn't easy. When I shifted and disrupted everything when the economy was bad, the worst time in my whole career, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I saw completely new opportunities.
Wow, that is so powerful. As folks are listening right now, as you're watching, many of you are writing, I am amazing right below. You said something that's really important. And when we come back, we're going to take a quick commercial. We're going to go over and see Quinn Conyers. He's down in Mobile, Alabama. We come back, I want you to talk about that subtitle of your book, which is Shameless, No Nonsense Strategies to Win in Business. I want to hear that. And we come back, we were speaking with none other than Debbie Allen. We've got a double feature today. We got a double feature. We got a double header. We got Debbie Allen right now that is talking about making sure that you understand success. She's talking about it at a much deeper level. She has a book that's out right now, and when she comes back, she'll be talking about shameless, no-nonsense strategies to win in business. You don't want to miss that. And then coming up shortly, we have none other in the green room right now than Quinn Conyers, who'll be talking about what? Turning your conversations to cash. You're watching right now the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. We'll be right back in just a moment. Quinn, my man down in Mobile, Alabama. You said be flexible? Talk to me about that.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? This is Quinn Conyers of SaconaPrince.com, where we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. And I'm in the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe, giving you your thought of the week. And your thought of the week is going to be a philosophy that I use. We're dealing with most situations. It's a 3-part philosophy. Number 1, you got to be flexible. Number 2, you have to make adjustments. And number 3, you have to have fun. Now, look, when I say be flexible, I mean you have to realize that everything is not going to go 100% the way you thought in the first place. So you're going to have to actually be flexible enough to make whatever changes are needed in order to get the job done. But then that brings you to the next point, which is make adjustments. That means that there are going to be times where you're going to have to tweak and turn stuff, and just to get it exactly the way it needs to be. You're going to have to make adjustments. Not only be flexible, but you're going to have to be a part of that process. How do we make it better? How do we get it done? How do we fix this? But then thirdly, you need to have fun. And why having fun? Because having fun, it allows you to keep that excitement and that enthusiasm. And once that excitement and enthusiasm is gone, it really becomes work. So look, whatever you're doing, whatever you're going after, make sure that you be flexible, make sure that you make adjustments, and make sure that you're having fun, because that's going to make it just that more effective, and the outcome is going to be that much better. Hey, look, this is Quinn of SaconaPrince.com, where we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. And I'm in the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe, giving you your thought of the week. And why? Because you guys rock. And look, I want to thank Shay for this opportunity. And I say back over to you, Shay.
Be flexible. Be flexible. Be flexible. Look, Quinn Conyers talks about how to be flexible. Here's what I want you to do for everyone that's watching, for everyone that's listening. You're here with the one and only Debbie Allen. We get a chance to be behind the scenes. Her book just arrived. Success is Easy. Do me a favor. If you know that this is your year, success is easy. If you know that you're ready for a breakthrough, if you know that success now resides inside of you, do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. What's up, Lucille Black Hollis? Thanks for joining. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. Yvonne Southall out in Texas. What's up? What's up? It's been a while. Look right below the video and write these words. It's my time. It's my time. Success is easy. Put it's my time. Hashtag success is easy. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and write those words. It's my time. Hashtag success is easy. Now, why do you write those words? You're making a declaration. Why do you write those words? You're encouraging someone else. Why do you write those words? Because at any moment in time, you can change your life. And now, as you're writing, it's my time, hashtag success is easy. I want to go over to Debbie Allen. And I want to ask Debbie Allen about this subtitle, Shameless, No Nonsense Strategies. What's the whole shameless thing about? And what's one or two or maybe three strategies she can share right now? So if you're an entrepreneur, watch with new eyes. If you're a business owner, listen with new ears as she breaks it down for you. Debbie, can you give us 1-2 points and tell us a little about this subtitle?
Well, when I came up with the idea, I had written a book many years ago, Shay, called Confessions of Shameless Self-Promoters, which kind of rocked the boat a little bit, because people were like, oh, I can't promote myself, right? And then I taught people there was an art and a science to it. So when the publishers heard about the concept of shameless, I actually had it kind of buried in the subtitle. They moved it to the front. They loved it. They wanted me to do a whole chapter on it and bring it back. So we're bringing back shameless self-promotion and teaching the art of it all over again, because people still need to learn it. Because, as again, we grow up saying, okay, this is kind of crazy, because you first kind of grow up going, okay, I can do no wrong. I'm a winner. I'm a child. I can do anything. And you're the cute little kid that can do anything. And then you get a little bit older and you're going, hey, shh, don't speak up too loudly. Don't speak up, and don't share your voice. And, then you kind of get put down a little bit. Then, you might ask for something, and then somebody says, oh, well, that seemed pushy or intrusive, or somebody's tried to sell you and you felt it was being pushy, intrusive, and so you thought, oh, I don't want to be shameless. So you just put that in your category of going, I'm not going to be like that. Okay, so that was shameful. Okay, doing it wrong is shameful, but there's an art of doing it shamelessly well. And that's connecting the heart. That's connecting where I believe so much, Shay, in what I have to offer people. This is what I do for a living. I love helping people be successful. And if I don't talk about my book and I don't talk about my mentoring programs and what I offer, I can't help people. And I want people on your show to get that. If you don't toot your own horn loudly in the service of others, you can't help them. And you know what? You're not only robbing yourself of opportunities to be more successful, you're robbing them of the opportunity of working with you and having more value from your services. So if you totally believe in what you have to offer is good and valuable, you got to toot your horn, because you, again, are robbing people. So when you think about this, it's not about you. It's about serving other people.
I love it, because someone right now has the goal of finding you while you're out there. And they can't find you if you don't toot your own horn. I'm looking out there in the feed, and I see a number of folks that are out there right now. I see Nikki Lee says, it's my time. Hashtag success is easy. Tanya says, it's my time. Hashtag success is easy. Yvonne Southall says, it's my time. Hashtag success is easy. I ask every single one of you to take a moment, look right below the video, and write those words. It's my time. It's my time to get my relationship right. It's my time to step up in my business. It's my time to get my finances right. It's my time to take care of my health. Why? Hashtag success is easy. Stephanie Marshall says, it's my time. It's my time. Tanisha says, it's my time. Carol says, it's my time. Stephanie Marshall says, yep, I'm tooting my horn right away. Indeed, you need to do that right now. Now, what's an oxymoron about your book, by the way, Success is Easy, is you talk about having a limited mindset, a limited belief. And you say people fall into the lame excuse zone. Break that down for us, and then talk about maybe a powerful affirmation that you use. So talk a little bit about mindset. Take a minute or two. And for those folks that are watching, we're here with Debbie Allen, by the way. Success is easy. She's breaking it down. So I'm going to ask her now to talk a minute about mindset, this whole lame excuse zone, and then share an affirmation. Share something that she shares with other folks to help them shift their mindset. And as you're watching and you're listening, you might be thinking, wait a minute, I got an affirmation that I like, Shay. I got something that I say as well. Well, how can you participate? How can you be a part of this? You're a part of this conversation. Look right below the video. And just write those words. Just write those words right now. My affirmation is blank. My affirmation is blank. And you share the affirmation right now. All right, over to you, Debbie. Talk a little about mindset, and then talk a little about an affirmation that you use right now.
Well, at the end of every single chapter in my book, there is an affirmation. So there's the lessons that are written in an affirmation. So I love what you're talking about with affirmations that are shaved. It's so powerful, the words that we speak to ourselves. So you could be saying, okay, it's my time to be successful. But then the next thing that comes out your mouth is the lame excuse song. But I'm broke, but I don't know how, but I don't know the next steps, but all my friends tell me I don't know how to do it. All of those things, right? So that's where they come out. So one of my biggest pet peeves is somebody saying I'm broke or all of those other excuses, because once you say those things, those are affirmations, and they are just as powerful, these negative affirmations, as these positive affirmations that you're feeding us tonight. So you have to really watch them. If it's coming out of your mouth, any limiting words, you have to just catch yourself. And we all do it from time to time because we doubt ourselves. I mean, I do myself too. And I just catch it and go, whoa, okay, where's that coming from? That's not true. It's not true. I deserve more. You all deserve more. You deserve more than the negative words you're saying to yourself, the negative, lame excuses that you're making for not having the success that you absolutely deserve in your life right now. And that's why I wanted to write this book, because I really, really want more people to realize they deserve success and that they can set their own terms and make it happen for themselves and stop beating themselves up around it.
Wow, I love that. That is super powerful. I love what you're doing. I love the message that you're sharing with folks every single day. Look, let me ask you lastly, how can the viewers, how can the listeners, how can they can find the book, and how can they connect with you? And as you share how they can find the book and you share how they can connect with you, I would like for you to share your final comments, your thoughts of encouragement, to inspire, to encourage, to uplift. First, let me say thanks so much for doing this segment of the show. Thanks for participating. Thanks for bringing your best, and thanks for showing up. You're amazing and you're incredible. So let me recap the question so you remember what it is. Number one, how can they connect with you and how can they find the book? And number two, your final thoughts for the audience that's watching right now. And when she finishes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with Quinn Conyers, turning your conversations into cash. Over to you, Debbie.
Okay, so you can connect with me by going to successiseasybook.com. Just go to the book website. I highly suggest you sign up for the free videos, because they're little tip videos that are going to give you some little quick just success tips, and that's right there on the homepage. That's also going to tell you what's happening with the book, and I'll keep you updated on everything. If you want to become a book partner, you can learn about that as well. You'll go to Amazon. You can pre-order the book right now. It'll be out next month, early next month. So go on to Amazon or any of your online booksellers. It's there right now for you to order. It's Success is Easy, Debbie Allen. So successiseasybook.com. Go on there, sign up for my videos, and then I'm going to leave you with this. Believe your dreams can come true, and you don't have to know the how. You absolutely do not have to know the how. I sat and dreamed about being in that magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, for years. And I would look at it and just say, wow, I wonder how those books get in there. I mean, how could you get your book in there? I had no idea that they even published books. And I met someone who connected me to them, and it all happened so fast and so quickly with the right people, and my dream came true. And I'm pinching myself. So I tell you that your dreams will come true if you believe in yourself and you just want it bad enough to keep following your path. Just don't ever give up. Your dreams will come true.
Wow, I love it. Never give up. Your dreams will come true. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, let me say thank you. We appreciate you. Got to have you back on the show, by the way. We got to have you back on the show. This can't be the last time, obviously. So we got to have you back all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, the one and only Debbie Allen, who gave us the exclusive, our first exclusive for a book that just arrived. Yeah! I'm so excited. Hey, for all you folks out there right now, look below the video and just put thank you, Debbie Allen. We got none other than Quinn Conyers coming up, but just say thank you, Debbie Allen, for taking time and sharing her book. I encourage you all to go to DebbieAllen.com. With that being said, Debbie, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. You're amazing. You're incredible. And we come back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back with the one and the only, the person herself. I can't wait. Quinn Conyers, who will be talking about turning your conversations into cash. What? We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks a lot.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the founder of the Happy Entrepreneur Network and the host of the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country, the Happy Entrepreneur Show. And I'm super excited. I'm over the moon. Just enjoyed to be able to share this special VIP invitation for you to join me at thecloseconference.com. Just look right below the video, and go to closeconference.com, an opportunity for you to attend virtually or in person. Now, who is this for? If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a speaker, if you're a coach, if you're a network marketer, if you're in the personal professional development, or you're just someone right now that is overwhelmed and overworked and you need to generate some qualified leads of people who want to work with you, whether they come from online leads or offline leads, then you need to be there. Or maybe you're someone that wants to, you say, well, Shay, right now I have what's called yo-yo entrepreneur type of revenue, right? Reasons but no results. So it's time for you really to put together your own 7-figure revenue generating infrastructure so you can make more money without your labor. You can take back your time and you can take back your life. Then you want to be there. Or maybe you just want to be able to broadcast just like I'm doing right now. I'm at Broadcastpreneur Studios right here in this set right now, and you need to reach your audience online through the power of those fiber optic lines. Then you need to be at what? Thecloseconference.com. Or maybe it's just time for you to get all the resources you need in your business so you can serve the people you were called to serve and have more meaning in the world, have more impact in the world, and make a dollar and a difference at the same time. If that's you, look right below the video, and go to closeconference.com. I promise you'll learn about how to generate unlimited sponsorships. You'll learn about how to tell your story and have more impact. And more importantly, you're going to have more success, more joy, and more happiness in your business. I'm so excited. Look, join me at closeconference.com. Share this with all your friends. I'm looking forward to seeing you. My promise to you is it'll be a good use of your time. My promise to you is that you're going to generate more revenue than you've ever generated before in your life and have more happiness. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and I promise you we'll make some good things how we connect again next time. God bless, and I wish you success. See you soon.
Welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. And I'm super excited. I'm over the top. Just couldn't wait to have this conversation with the one and the only, the lovely Quinn Conyers, all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. What's up, Quinn? What's up?
What is going on? I feel like I want to come out to some music or something. I love your energy right now. It's amazing.
Some music. The champ is here. Well, I should do that.
Yes,
The champ
absolutely.
is here, baby. The champ is here. And now Quinn Conyers is in the house. Look, you came out the gate swinging with this topic, this whole notion that you can turn conversations into cash. But before we do that, some folks might be wondering who in the LL Cool J is Quinn Conyers, right? And so take 2 or 3 minutes and kind of share a little bit about your backstory, this narrative that reached you to the point now where you're able to share with folks how to turn their conversations into cash. And for all of you who are watching right now, for all of you who are listening right now, I want you to do a favor. If you're ready to have more meaning in the world, and the money's going to help you do that. If you're ready to have more impact in the world, and the income's going to help you do that. If you're ready to make a dollar and a difference at the same time, if that's you, look right below the video, and just write these words. It's me. Hashtag turn your conversations into cash. Just put it's me. And that's a signal that it's you out there. It's you. You're ready to have a much bigger difference in the world. All right, Quinn Conyers, they're out there. They're watching. Tell us about who you are and how you got here. Tell us your journey, please.
You know, it's interesting because most people, depending on which walk of life you met me in, you could have met me as a speaker, you could have met me as an entrepreneur. But I was sharing a little bit in the beginning about how I really kind of ignited with my love of speaking. I've always had a love and a passion for speaking. And then I kind of got into entrepreneurship when I started my purse business called Purse Paparazzi. And like many other entrepreneurs, I needed money to grow and expand my business. And what happened was I ended up entering and winning a bunch of business pitch competitions. So if you are not familiar with business pitch competitions at all, it is where you give your best 30-second, 60-second, or 90-second elevator pitch, and then whoever wins goes home with the grand prize. Well, I began to enter these and win them, and something ironic started to happen. At first, I started kind of dismiss it. I didn't really pay attention to it, but then it started to become overwhelming. After these business pitch competitions, whether I would win or I would lose, people will come up to me and say, you know what, no disrespect, I'm not really interested in your purses, but can you teach me how to do that? And for a long time, I didn't understand what that was. I understood personally that I had to be the spokesperson for my business, but I didn't realize that speaking up for people's business was a challenge that many entrepreneurs had. So as I began to enter and win competitions, there started to be a great need of what I was seeing, that people had great businesses, awesome services, but when you ask them what they do, they had a really tough time explaining it. So 2019, like I always was dibbling and dabbling in speaking, but 2019 is when I got really serious. I tell people all the time that I have a love for speaking, I have a love for entrepreneurship, and I really was making speaking my side chick. I really was putting speaking on the back burner. So I said, okay, it is 2019. Me, speaking, and entrepreneurs need to have a conversation. So I sat all three of us down and said, can we be in a throuple? All three of us. And, speaking was like, okay, I'm with it. Entrepreneurship was like, I always knew speaking was your first love. So we all three of us had an agreement that I would go forward a little bit with speaking. And once I started to do that, I really started to work with entrepreneurs and teaching them how to infuse speaking and presenting in their business as a funding source, a lead generation, and a marketing strategy. I believe that every time you open your mouth, you should make money. And you can do that by being clear, concise, and compelling with what I call a verbal business card. But more importantly, if you want someone to cash app you, if you want someone to give you cash or swipe their credit card, it all starts with a conversation. And that's why I believe that you can turn conversations into cash.
I love that. I love that. Powerful story. One of the things I love is hearing those backstories. I'm looking out there in the folks right now that are out there. You got Brian that's out there right now. He says, be more, stand up. You got Cynthia Green. What's up, Cynthia Green? She's up. She's in the house, by the way. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. We appreciate that. Danny's in the house, says, it's me. So it's time to turn my conversations into cash. Stephanie Marshall is watching. Nicole Herson said it's me. By the way, Tanya Prickett says it's me. Linda Grant is in the phone or online. She's watching right now, and she's out there, by the way. And you talked about pitching. You talked about sharing what you do. I'm just curious, why do most folks have this fear of speaking up? Just based on your experience, why do you think they limit themselves to being able to even not only stand up, but speak up about their business or speak up about how they do or be able to articulate? And I know you'll break those techniques down a little while, but I'm just curious, why do you feel people have this fear of really standing up and speaking?
Well, two things. Number one, if you're not familiar, but public speaking is the number one fear of all Americans. So you have number two is death. Number three is heights. So that means that people rather die than speak in front of a group of people. So that's the number one fear of Americans in society, that doesn't go away when you enter a business. So that same fear of speaking in front of a group of people, carries on, to that business. And I think it's really a lot of things. All eyes are on you. You don't want to make a mistake. No one wants to seem like they look silly. And that's kind of a hard thing to kind of digest. But it's also a very powerful tool. If you think about all the leaders, all of the entrepreneurs are great and done amazing things. Their ability to command a crowd and move a room with their words has been a skill set that's invaluable. So it is something that is very fearful, but it's also the number one skill that I believe that you need to be successful in order to be an entrepreneur. So you can't get around it. And I think that people shy away from it, and they think that a fancy website, a business coach, or some business cards is going to make sure that they're in business. But I think that honestly, too, the internet and social media has really lied to the entrepreneur and has really bullied the entrepreneur and making them believe that the only way that you can be successful is if you do have an online platform, if you have a really nice website. But more and more people want an authentic interaction and connection with people. So if I meet you live at an event and I shake your hand and I breathe the same breath that you breathe, I'm more than likely want to have a conversation with you that can lead to cash. So I'm all about using your authentic voice in business to really connect and really convert people to want to do business with you. And if you're not good with that, you need to invest in getting someone to teach you or coach you in that the same way you would invest in a coach to build revenue or someone to rebrand you or to build your website. People so much right now are focusing on things that are needed, a website, a business card. I focus on things that are necessary. And that is answering the question, what do you do? Because that's the number one question that you're going to be asked as an entrepreneur. And the way you answer that question can either help or hurt your business. And my philosophy is let's use your voice as leverage in your business.
All right. I love that. Necessary versus needed. Necessary versus needed. Oh, that was so powerful. Now, if you can, take a moment for folks that are out there watching. What's up, Doris Williams? Thanks for joining. They're watching and listening right now, and I just want to kind of frame the conversation for them. You've helped your clients earn over $77,000 in one contest. You've been on HSN, and you'll tell them what that means. You've been pitching on a Shark Tank. Tell us a little bit about how that came about. And then more importantly, here's what they want to know. Inside your mind and your head, what were some of the things you were doing to prepare yourself for that? And what was going through your mind? I'm always curious, people that are on like you on the Shark Tank 4 times and making it to the second round, or doing the elevator pitches, or being on HSN and having to talk about your business, the Home Shopper Network, for those that don't know. I'm always curious, like, one, what's going on inside your mind and what are you thinking? And then secondly, how do you get ready and how do you prepare? I'm just curious. Can you share that with us?
Absolutely. You know, it's the end result for me. I don't think about the process. I think about why I'm doing it. So when I went to go audition for Shark Tank and making it to the second round, not once, not twice, not 3, but 4 separate times, my goal was if I can get on this show and pitch my business, that I can get the funds that I need to be able to grow my purse business. But I also know that I was doing it for people in Baltimore. I was doing it for people from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because that's where I'm personally from. Baltimore is now my home, but I'm originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I knew secretly that if I gave myself permission to dream and chase after what I want, I was letting people know who were from small towns, they can also. So partly it was for me, but partly it was for the people who were cheering me on, who were watching my lives as I was going to New York and really doing this thing, you know, more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. So it was about me being an example and showing people that you can be from a Baltimore, you can be from a Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and still go after your dreams. Because by me doing that, I secretly was giving other people permission to live out those thoughts that were dancing in their head. So I never was focused on the process. I was focused on getting there and shooting my shot to be able to say that I did that. Most people in business, they live in fear that if business is not going to work, fear that customers might not buy, fear that their business could go under. I live the exact opposite. I can't stand regret. I have to try. I cannot live in the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I can't imagine in my mind what would have been like if I would have auditioned for Shark Tank. I had to do that. So that's the way my brain works, is I can't look back on life and be like, man, I wish when I lived in Baltimore that I at least tried it. I have to shoot my shot. And by me doing that, I'm secretly giving other people the basketball and saying, hey, you shoot your shot too.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I know Saucony Prince is out there watching right now, and he's saying the same thing I'm thinking. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Do me a favor, for everyone that's watching right now, for everyone that knows that it's time to take the shot, it's time to go to another level, it's time to raise your standards. Do me a favor. Look right below the video, and write these words. Take the shot. No. Take the shot. I like what Danny Don Hutchinson says. Small town, Fairmount, West Virginia. Shoot, we can change the world. Sure enough. but you got to do what? Take the shot. Someone look right below the video. Look right below the video and write those words. Take the shot. No, just take the shot. No, just take the shot. When we come back, as you are writing, take the shot, we're going to ask the burning question. Shay, what is the burning question? Well, okay, the burning question. How does an entrepreneur turn conversations into cash?
All right.
Seriously. I mean, it's a fair question. No, it is. We've been asked to take the shot. We're now going to take the shot. And when we come back, Quinn Conyers is going to break it down and talk about how does an entrepreneur turn conversations into cash. With that being said, we're going to head on over now to the one and the only Dr. Kim Warren Martin. Down there in Little Rock, Arkansas, she says success is an inside job. We're going to give a shout out to none other than Tommy Jones, who's watching from out there in Texas. Tommy Jones got to take the shot. Take the shot. Brian J. O's is out there that says, hey, Aria Gregory in the house. Take the shot. Stephanie Marshall says, yeah, take the shot. Tanisha says, yeah, take the shot. Tanya Pickett says, take the shot. When we get back, Quinn Conyers is going to take the shot. And she's going to answer the question. That's right. How does an entrepreneur turn conversations in cash? We'll be back in just a moment. Over now to the one and only Dr. Kim Warren Martin.
This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled. Hey, all of you wonderful, happy entrepreneurs out there. Today is my January 1st, and I'm starting it with the thought of the week here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show that success is an inside job. We're all created for success, and since success is an inside job, a powerful question to ask is, what's going on the inside of you? Mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, and financially. When I think about life, I think about it in these 5 categories, and it's important to really consider each one. So, mentally, what are you thinking? Physically, how is your health? Spiritually, how's your soul? Socially, how are your relationships? And financially, how's your money? We're human beings, and when it comes to being successful and fulfilled, every part of our lives matter. So if your mind is messed up, that can impact you physically. If your body is broken, that can impact you spiritually. If your soul is sick, that can impact your relationships. If your relationships are rocky or rotten, that can impact your money. And if your finances are funny, that can impact your mind. So you see, each area is so closely connected with the other that not one can be taken for granted. Now, as entrepreneurs, we often think of finances first. And, oh my gosh, when I make 7 figures, life will be grand. I mean, after all, we started in business to provide a product or service and be compensated for it, to make money. Well, when you make 7 figures, life will only be as grand as you are on the inside. 7 figures is just that. It's 7 figures. It's how you got it and what you do with it that matters. So in this series, I am so excited because we're going to go on the inside to make the outside what we really want it to be. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled, sharing part 1 of my thought that success is an inside job. I look forward to you joining me for part 2 next week. Until then, make it a great day. Back over to you, Shay.
Success indeed is an inside job. I love what I heard. It's an inside job, but you got to do what? You got to take the shot. I love what Evangelist Doris Williams said. She says, take the shot. Explanation. That's right, Orlando Dixon. You got to what? Take the shot. Larita Charmaine Howard said, take the shot. All right, you're here at the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. You're speaking to the one and only, the fabulous one, the smart one, the beautiful one, and the one that says, I've already taken the shot, baby. None other than Quinn Conyers. Quinn Conyers, the question that was on the table that we haven't forgot about, and I think it's a real question at a real time. And it's very reasonable. And the question is, how does an entrepreneur turn conversations into cash? Talk to us about that.
So here is how an entrepreneur, a business owner, a coach, or a consultant turns conversations into cash. When you are doing business with someone, and again, you want someone to swipe their credit card with you or give you cash, it all starts with the infamous question, what do you do? or what line of work you're in. So when you want to turn a conversation into cash, you have to be able to answer that question in a way that takes that customer or client from interested to doing business with you to invested to doing business with you. And how do you do that? You do that with what I call a verbal business card. What is a verbal business card? It is a clear, concise, and compelling way to answer the question, what do you do? Now, how do you do that? Now, that's the science and the beauty. And if you are in the Baltimore area, I am hosting a workshop called Turn Conversations into Cash, where I do teach entrepreneurs specifically how I break down how to answer that question that would lead to you turning that conversation into cash. But the number one, the way you do that is twofold. The first thing you have to do is immediately eliminate what I call discount dialect from your business vocabulary and infuse luxury language. What does that mean? A lot of times when I talk to entrepreneurs, they are using words and phrases that really diminish and devalue what they do, that turns their ideal customer off and they don't even realize it. So one of the words that I know that we use repeatedly in the business world is the word help. I can help you start a business. I can help you, turn conversations into cash, or I can help you, reach that 6-figure mark. And what happens is, to me, that's a word that is discount dialect, because when people are coming to you, you've been using the word help so much that they're in your inbox, they're on your social media, and they want your help. They're not ready to invest. So that's the first way you do that. You eliminate words like help. That's just one of many. And you replace that word with serve, assist, coach, enhance. That's a luxury language that takes someone from interested to doing business with you to invested to doing business with you. So once you begin to really incorporate phrases and words that really speak to your greatness, that increases your chance of that person wanting to do business with you after that conversation. And that's just the tip of the iceberg about how you truly begin to turn conversations into cash. Most of us need message makeovers. We're out here telling people that we're business coaches, that we're hairstylists, that we're accountants, that we are financial advisor, and nobody cares. They care about the end result. So if somebody asks me, what do? I'm going to say I transform entrepreneurs into power presenters so they can sell their product, their service, or their coaching program instantly after they speak. So in my verbal business card, I'm letting you know what I do, but I'm also letting you know the results that I provide in one sentence.
Ooh, I love that. Say that one more time.
I transform entrepreneurs into power presenters so they can sell their product, their service, or their coaching program instantly after they speak.
I love that. That is so clear. It's so concise. It's results driven. What type of folks do you work with, by the way? Let me ask that question. We'll get into another question about a time you had a setback in your life. But what type of people do you typically work with? I mean, do they have to be entrepreneurs? Do they have to be speakers and Toastmasters and all these type of folks? What type of people or clients does your business serve? Up-level the language. Coach, up-level the language. Consult with. Come on, somebody. Up-level the language. You got the question. Who do you work with?
So no, that's a great question. It's a great mixture of full-time entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who still have an investor. I say your investor is your job because that's what's feeding you right now. And that's who I mostly work with. But it really is a psychographics that I tune into versus a demographics. So I work with the entrepreneur, more than likely is a service-based provider who has an awesome business, a great service. They have spent money on coaches. They have a great website. They branded or rebranded, but they still have a really tough time explaining what they do to others in a way that gets them excited. So a lot of times they're coming to me because they're frustrated because they know what they do is great, but they're really still using generic and boring and basic words to explain it. And people are like, oh, that's nice. And they think that they know what they're doing. So they're overlooking them. Somebody is ready to work with me when they know they have a great product or service, but they know they're not being the ultimate spokesperson for their business. And they're not using words and language to speak to their greatness. One thing that I say all the time, if we see someone who is physically attractive, we see them, we are turned on, our eyes might light up, we might change our disposition because we're attracted to them. They are physically sexy to us. We should have the same effect on someone's ears. I call that an eargasm. If I ask you, what do you do? I should get excited and my ears should light up by your response. I shouldn't get turned off. Make sense?
Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's cool. That's hot. Eargasm. Is that what you just said? I'm married, by the way, so I'm not. I don't know about anybody sexy out there. I'm joking. But you called it an eargasm. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, an eargasm. Think about it. If somebody
Yeah.
says, what do you do? And I said, I teach entrepreneurs how to turn conversations into cash. Most people are like, oh, wow, that's an eargasm. That is a vocal reaction to the words that I just said. And that's the way we should be doing to other people. No one should say, oh, that's nice. That means you weren't effective.
I love it, man. I love it. Look, we're talking to none other than the one and only Quinn Conyers. When we come back, I'm going to ask her 2 questions. I'm going to ask her, how do you really attract your ideal clients? And then why do so many folks fail to actually convert people who have a want, need, or interest into a client? Why do they do that? You're listening to Quinn Conyers. We're talking about turning your conversations into cash. You're here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. We're going to go over all the way close to Baltimore, by the way. She's in Laurel. She's in Randallstown. None other than Dr. Tashika Green, by the way, who talks about be who God created you to be. See, one thing I like about what Quinn Conyers is talking about is you can be yourself. You can be authentic. She ain't said to be anyone else but who you are. But you have to be able to communicate that. We'll be back. Dr. Tashika Green, take it away.
Welcome to another great and exciting week, Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. A week that was designed especially for you with great things, much success, and wonderful opportunities. I am Dr. Tashika L. Green, President, CEO, and founder of To Everything There Is a Season. And today is my January 1st. This week's thought of the week is, stop trying to recreate you and be who God created you to be. So often we're on this pursuit to be and become what we were called and designed to be. But as we're on this pursuit, we're looking for opportunities that's going to make us rather than become us. So what I want you to do is really focus on what is it that you were created and born to do. There are so many things that we can do, but focus on what you were born and created to do. There are so many people that try to tell us what we should be or try to put titles on us, try to mold us into what they want, but you can only be the creative, uniquely designed you that you were carved out to be when God thought of you. So this week, I want you to sit and reflect on you. Think about those things that you do well, not what you do good. Think about those things that you love, not that you like. And think about those things that when you put your hand to it, everything you do succeeds. When you look at what you love rather than you like, when you look at what you do well rather than good, and when you look at everything you put your hand to when it succeeds, then that is the creative you. And this week, as you focus on that, walk into that, pursue that, go hard after that until you become what you saw. See, the challenge is you have not seen you yet. You're looking at all these other things, but it is not you. No one can do what you do, nor have you seen anyone do what you do. There is only one you, the creative you. So this week, don't recreate you. Go and be who God created you to be. If you are still here, go and live a purposeful life. I am Dr. Tashika L. Green, President, CEO, and founder of To Everything There Is a Season.
Be who God created you to be. How true is that? Got Tammy Lawrence says, amen. That's good right there. Boundless Lola. What's up, Boundless Lola? Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the conversation. We're talking to Quinn. What's up, Quinn Conyers out there in Baltimore, Maryland. And now we're going to ask her, what is the best way for entrepreneurs to attract customers? And then all the way on the opposite side of that, which is so true, is why do so many entrepreneurs really fail to convert people over into clients?
So my secret sauce in attracting customers and clients is, I know I'm probably going to step on a couple of toes, ruffle a couple of feathers, is I truly believe there is still some type of authentic connection to meeting someone face to face. So one of the biggest ways that I use speaking in my business to attract customers and clients is doing presentations. I believe that if you can feel me, see me, touch me, experience me, and you can, use all five senses to really experience what I'm saying to you, that I have a better chance of conversion. So I know a lot of people are definitely loving the fact of internet and Facebook ads and funnels, but I truly believe that literally you can still make a great connection with someone meeting them face to face. So I still believe that, networking events, or really my secret sauce has been giving presentations, educating people, making them laugh, making them cry, making them think, challenging the thought process is a great way to attract clients in my book.
I like it. And why do so many people fail to convert clients over into real paying clients?
A couple things. Most of us are lazy. So if we meet someone who's interested in what we do, we are not intentional about going after the sale. So what we do is we say, okay, you like what I have. Here's my card. I believe in the opposite. If you like what I'm saying to you, I should ask for your card, and it's my responsibility to follow up with you. And we don't do that. We're very passive when it comes to customers and clients. We need to be more aggressive. We need more intentional. So if you like what I have to say, it shouldn't be, here's my card. It should be the opposite. It should say, oh, awesome. Let me get your contact information. Let me get your card. I can follow up with you in a couple of days and show you how to turn conversations into cash. Or I can show you how to be the spokesperson for your business.
I love it. For folks that are watching and saying, that girl got it all together. She's married, got the kids, she's chilling, having a good time. They might be wondering, has there ever been a time where you had a challenge, where there was a setback, and then how did you turn it around? What was affirmation you used to kind of turn that setback into a setback into a setup, as Willie Jolly would say, so you can have your comeback?
I never forget it. Like I said, I've always dibbled and dabbled in speaking. And I think 2019 is when I really intentionally focused on it. But I remember back in 2014, I hosted an event and it was amazing. I had over 100 people in the room, and it was a free event because I knew that people knew me as the person of First Paparazzi and didn't know who I was as a subject matter expert, as a speaker, as an entrepreneur. So I hosted this event. And it was about 100 people in there. So I was really excited about filling the room. And I made an offer that if you liked working with me, that here is an opportunity for us to continue the working relationship. Mm-hmm. And I was standing there. I had a camera crew. I had about 8 people who were helping me out as far as my team for the day. And I make this offer in front of everyone. And absolutely, positively, no one signed up. No one moved. No one went to the back of the room. It was horrible. I felt like it was an epic fail. And that was in 2014. And honestly, for a couple of years after that, I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be speaking. I felt like people literally was like, you did a great job. They were like, let's take pictures and put it on Facebook and social media. And I was confused because if I did such a great job, why didn't you sign up? And that is what I realized, that a lot of people are losing in business and not converting, not because their product or service isn't great, is because when they're going for the close or they're going for the sale, they're focusing way too much on the features versus really emphasizing the benefits. And it took me hiring a coach. It took me investing in myself to realize what the breakdown was when I was speaking and making an offer. And it truly was, I was focusing way too much on, you're going to get this module, you're going to get this amount of one-on-one time with me, versus saying, after you work with me, you will know exactly what to say to take clients from interested to invested. After you work with me, you will be clear, concise, and compelling when explaining your business to others. After working with me, you will completely remove discount dialect from your business vocabulary and replace it with luxury language. So by the time you're done having a conversation, people are begging to do business with you. That was the major shift for me. But it took me honestly being silent for about 3 or 4 years and not hosting another workshop after that to learn that valuable lesson.
Wow. Thank you for being authentic. Thank you for sharing. For all folks that are watching right now, do me a favor. Look right below the video and just write, thank you, Quinn Conyers. Thank you for sharing. We come back. I'm going to find out if she has anything coming up to assist entrepreneurs so they can turn their conversation into cash. And then more importantly, I'm going to ask her for her final comments, for her final thoughts. But do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and put, we appreciate you, Quinn Conyers. Put, thank you, Quinn Conyers. Put, you're amazing, Quinn Conyers. Say, you're fantastic. We appreciate you. She's taking time away from her family. She's taking her time away from her business. She's taking time away from self-care to be here with you to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to serve and to make a difference for you in your life. She's amazing. We'll be right back. We're going to go all the way, staying in the state of Maryland, coming on down to Laurel, Maryland, and connect with none other than Terrell. And she'll be talking about it's healing time. It's healing time. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Hey there, this is your girl, Terrell Ravenel, Life and Marriage Transformation Scientist with BE Transform Networks, and today is my January 1st. I'm so excited to be sharing with the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe my thought of the week. It's healing time. Yes, many of us at some point or another, in some way or another, have been hurt, violated, betrayed, rejected, or abandoned. We've experienced that in our life. However, many of us do not go through the healing process. Hence, our lives are being affected, our businesses are being affected, our relationships are being affected. All around, our life is not where we desire for it to be and experiencing that fulfillment from the inside out. So I want to share with you just 5 quick tips on how you can begin that healing journey starting today. Number 1, choose to forgive. Not only are you choosing to forgive by way of decision, but also by way of your emotions. Number 2, accept the fact that it happened. Accept the fact that that person that you once trusted, you cared about, or maybe not, because it may be in another unfortunate circumstance, but just accept the fact that it happened. Number 3, refuse to blame yourself. Refuse to wallow in self-pity, shame, guilt, or any of those feelings that would make you feel as if it was your fault. Number 4, confront the offender, if at all possible. Confront that person. You can do that by way of letter, by way of in-person confrontation, or other means that would be therapeutic for you and will help you on that healing journey. And then number 5, get a therapist. Get some help. Get a counselor, a coach, a mentor, somebody that can walk with you on the journey. Because you know what? It's healing time. So until next time, have an amazing day.
It's healing time. Have an amazing day. Tammy Lawrence was out there and she said, don't focus on the features, but more on the benefits, as we're here right now with the one and only Quinn Conyers on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. Stephanie Marshall says, thank you. You're awesome, Quinn. Nicole Brown Hurston says, you were fantastic. Thanks for serving so big, Quinn. Brian J. O says, thank you, Quinn Connors. Tanya Pickett says, thank you. You are amazing, Quinn Connors. You're amazing is out there, by the way, and for all that you're doing right now. And we certainly appreciate you as well. Totally amazing. Let me ask the question first. Do you have something coming up that can assist entrepreneurs so they can turn their conversations into cash?
I do. So on October the 26th, if anybody is interested, you can go to my Facebook page or, LinkedIn and just send me a message and say, Quinn, I'm interested in turning conversations into cash. I'm going to be teaching about 20 entrepreneurs how to develop and deliver a clear, concise, and compelling verbal business card so they can start turning conversations into cash. Like I mentioned, I believe if you want someone to swipe their credit card with you or give you cash, that it all starts with a conversation. So let's make sure that when people ask you, what do, you are able to answer that question that literally takes that person from interested to invested by the end of the conversation. And that, again, is October the 26th. And if you're interested, just shoot me a message on my inbox and we can jump on a call and I can give you the details, tell you what the investment is. And I look forward to serving you.
Ah, that is amazing. Super incredible. And let me first say thank you, by the way. I appreciate you taking time. I appreciate you pouring out to the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. But more importantly, for the golden nugget that, you know what, we got to up-level our language. And we can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. You are amazing. I'd like for you to have your final comments to those entrepreneurs that are out there watching, to that mom, to that dad, to the single mom, the single dad, to the dualpreneur that's doing both but says it's going to work, to the person that's like, oh my gosh, is this for me? Exactly where you were not too long ago as well. And many of us have been there on more than one occasion. It's been more than one time I said, will this work? What am I doing? But here's the question. Final thoughts to everybody from Quinn Conyers. And thank you again. We got to have you back on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. I appreciate you. Thank you so much once again on behalf of the entire Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. We thank you.
Thank you. So my final thought is, once you can verbalize your value, you become unstoppable. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people are walking around really not understanding their total greatness, how they can serve, and how they can really show up in the world and truly make a difference in someone else's life. And I know this by the response and what they're calling themselves. So people are literally going around saying, I'm a photographer. No, you're not a photographer. That's only the tip of the iceberg. What you really do is you capture the legacy and the moment of people that can't be done through a cell phone. So again, once you truly understand the value that you offer and you can articulate that, you truly can become unstoppable. So I want you to understand and know what you do as an entrepreneur is so much more than the title that you're calling yourself. You may think that you're a life coach, but what you're really doing is giving people hope to live after a traumatic situation. So you may think that that you're just hosting a show, but you're giving people nightly entertainment, tips and tools and resources that can change their lives as an entrepreneur. This is so much more than that. So once you understand and you can verbalize that value, you become unstoppable because you switch over from being generic and basic and boring to being a person of value and being a person that truly knows who they are and how they show up and being able to communicate it. That is what's going to turn conversation into cash.
I love it. Once again, thank you so much. Quinn Conyers in the house, turning conversations into cash. You've all been watching the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. I want you to know that you're amazing. Every single one of you, you're awesome. You're incredible. You've got greatness inside you. And I know with 100% certainty that the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. With that being said, by the way, my name, for those folks that are tuning in for the very first time, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and I wish you success. So long, Quinn. See you soon.
Thank you.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
And I'm here right now in this moment with none other than the one and only Dr. Willie Jolly. What's up, my friend?
It's a privilege and a pleasure and a treat and a treasure to be in your presence.
All right, Delator, we're going to get started. You ready, Delator?
I'm ready, friend.
You ready, Dr. Kennett?
Ready.
None other than Andy Henriquez. And we have someone like a Dr. Sonia who's a bad sister. All right, now, go ahead with your bad self. None other than the Kim Warren Martin. That's the promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Thank you. God bless.